Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Whatcha Cooking Jules. I'm Julia. Today we are making cinnamon rolls. I will put the ingredients down below in the description box for y'all. This recipe can be doubled and even frozen. I should have doubled this recipe, but it's okay. Also, this recipe is so easy for even for beginners. I've made cinnamon rolls many times before and I've even messed up too, but that's okay. It's okay to mess up. That's how we learn. You just don't give up after your mistakes. I've had to find my own way and what felt comfortable for me by rolling out the dough and finding my own routine in baking. I wanted to learn how to bake from scratch and that's what motivated me to be here now. I started this journey last year, 2024, and kept going. And I say it has been fun and rewarding. Find a recipe that you would love to make and keep trying until you master it. I was afraid of making mistakes too because I'm like, when I make this dough, I want it to come out perfectly the first time. I don't want to have to make it again. But some of us are not that lucky to just make something and then poof, it's perfectly the first time. We got to make mistakes in order for us to learn from those mistakes and go from there. Which this cinnamon dough was so easy. So easy. Like I said, like you gotta learn from what you're doing. And I'm like, it took me a couple times to make this for it to come out right. Even baking bread, like those is one of my favorite things to make is baking sandwich bread or bowls, sourdough. I had a hand in sourdough too. I might start that back up as well. But you see how shaggy that dough is? I didn't want to knead it in the bowl no more. So I just took it out and started kneading it on the counter. And my thing is, you want to learn how to knead your dough by hand so you know how the dough feels. And I got to the point where I know how the dough should feel and how it should look. So I just kept kneading it because you want the dough to be smooth. And I'm like, as I showed you all, it looked a little shaggy. So I don't know how long I needed it. I don't look at the time no more or time myself on how long I should knead this dough because at this point I know how long I should be kneading this dough because I know how the dough should look after I'm done kneading it. It should be smooth enough and not all rustic looking, dry looking. So I just kneaded it until I got the ball nice and smooth. And then I'm going to put it in a grease bowl and let it sit for like an hour to an hour and a half. And you see, this is the way I knead my dough now. I saw a YouTuber kneading their dough like this one time, and I was trying to knead it a different way. So I was like, I'm going to try this and see if I like kneading it this way. And I do. You will see me anytime I'm making bread. If you keep coming back and watching my channel, you see how smooth it is now and compared to how it was at first. So I felt like I needed to knead it a little bit more because like I said, I know how the dough should be now. So I like kneading my dough this way. I will make a little space on my counter and just knead it back and forth, left, right. Because that felt comfortable for me instead of trying to do it another way. And I just knead it until I got the ball nice and smooth and how I know it should feel. And then, like I said, I will put it into a grease bowl. And I will let it sit. I believe I let the dough sit for like an hour before I went on and did the next steps. But I'm like, you will want to get the feel of the dough. So I'm like, I want to be able to knead the dough and know how it should feel. Because I was seeing a lot of people, the more you bake, the more you will know. The more you try, the more you will learn. So don't be afraid of learning, y'all. I promise you, it is so rewarding. When I did these cinnamon rolls, I was so excited and so pleased with myself because I did it again. You know, don't be afraid to fail. Do not be afraid to fail because you can't learn until you fail. Fall, however you want to say it. That's the best way for you to learn how to get things done is when you fail. It's not going to be perfect all the time. It can't be perfect all the time. And if you once you perfect one recipe, try another one that you will enjoy. Like my first thing I started learning how to bake was bread. I wanted to learn how to bake my own bread. Then I moved on to cinnamon rolls. Okay, y'all, while we waiting on the dough to rise for the cinnamon rolls, we can make, well, we're going to make the icing and the filling. So for the filling, you're going to need 1/3 cup of brown sugar packed, 1 tablespoon ground cinnamon, and 3 tablespoons unsalted butter softened. If you don't have brown sugar, I will show you how to make brown sugar. Since I got to make some more brown sugar anyways because I'm low. And that's for the filling. For the icing, you're going to need 3/4 cups powdered sugar. You got to make some powdered sugar too. You're going to need 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk or cream, whichever one you got, and half a teaspoon, not tablespoon, half a teaspoon vanilla extract. So I'm going to make those ingredients while I'm waiting for the dough for the cinnamon rolls to rise. Y'all, it be so hard for me to follow directions when I be up in here baking stuff. Because when you baking, you got to follow those directions, child. Because if you don't, baking is different from cooking. You can do that by heart and season with your heart and do all that stuff. But when you baking, baby, look, you got to follow that directions. Or you're going to be sitting up there looking crazy like, what happened? You didn't follow the directions. And that's me. I need to get that together. Help me out. Help me. Okay, we're about to make this brown sugar. I'm going to make the brown sugar in my mixer. I'm going to make the brown sugar in my mixer. Oh, I got the thing in my way. Like I said, I'll make the brown sugar in my mixer. Because as you can see, my brown sugar is low, honey. I need to fill this thing back up. Now, remember what I said about following directions when you baking? At this point, when it comes to certain stuff, I don't pay. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it at all, child. And this is the perfect example of not doing it. Because brown sugar, when it comes to sugar, all you need is sugar, plain white sugar. I'm going to show you that bowl right here. All you need is plain white sugar and molasses. Where's my molasses at? Where's my molasses? Where's my molasses at? Girl. Now you know. Oh, look, see? I knew I had my back up, period. I was finna say, now, girl, now you know daggone well. You know you gotta stay stocked up on your molasses now. Okay, like I said, to make brown sugar, you just need plain white sugar, granulated sugar, however you want to call it, whatever. Granulated sugar and molasses. This is the brand that I buy. This is not sponsored. This is just the brand that I buy. So, remember what I said about measuring, right? I don't measure. When it comes to making brown sugar, I don't measure. I don't measure at all. I gotta clean my bottle off. It's all sticky. I don't like sticky. Sticky freaks me out. Alright, anyways, back to the program. Alright, like I said, measuring, I don't do. I just pour however much, even though I should measure. I wish I could tell y'all the measurements, but you can look that up. When I make brown sugar, I don't measure how many tablespoons to put in the sugar. I just pour until my heart say stop. So, this sugar, I don't know how much I'm pouring. I'm just eyeballing it. See how much is going to fit in my jar. Because this is a huge jar. I feel like that should be enough. I'm pour a little more. See, measuring with my heart until my heart say stop. Okay, my heart says stop. And I've seen recipe when I first started making my own brown sugar. I was looking for a recipe on how to make brown sugar, and it was like, oh, however many cups of sugar to make. My son talking in the background. Excuse him, but they say, oh, 1 or 2 tablespoons, or however many tablespoons, and I think I tried that, and I don't know. I'm just used to seasoning with my heart, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what works for me. And that's all you got to do is do what works for you in your household. I don't know how much molasses that was I just poured in there. And that's all you need is those 2 ingredients. Molasses and sugar. And then, let me lock that. And I just mix it. I'm going to bring y'all in closer so y'all can see. Look at that. You see how easy that is? And just let that keep on going. So while that's going, we gonna make the powdered sugar. Y'all, this little blender right here. This little blender right here, baby. This little thing been hanging in there. This little blender cost me $20 at Walmart. Probably less than $20. Probably $15, $20, whatever. It was cheap. This little thing hanging in there. Look at it. I got it taped up. Look, with a little tape on there because it got cracked. I forgot what happened, but I only use this blender to make powdered sugar. Because anything else is going, I'm scared. I'm scared. So I keep this one only to make powdered sugar. Okay, I need to add some more molasses to that. Because it's light. Do that. Yeah, so you just season with your heart. So I'm gonna pour some more now. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna just unlock it first. How about you do that, child? Unlock the thing. So you see some on this thing, just scrape it off. Okay, how about I get a hard one? Making extra dishes for myself. Because it gets stuck to the side of the bowl, so you can scrape your sides down. And scrape this little powder thing. Because it's a light brown sugar. I want a dark brown sugar. Look at that. I want a dark brown sugar. Even though ain't nothing wrong with it, but light brown sugar, hey, it's gonna get used either way, but I don't know, something about dark brown sugar I like more. Maybe I just like the color. Dark brown. So, when you're making it, if you're using your mixer, I advise you to use your mixer if you got one. If you don't, and you got a hand mixer, use it. Before I got either one of them, I'm going to show you what I use. Bam. Use this bad boy right here. If you got one of these, you're going to get a workout, though. You're going to get a workout. I'm going to tell you that much. Because, baby, when I did, I was screaming and all. Sure was. Because my arms was burning, child, trying to mix that thing around. Before I got a hand mixer. And I got a hand mixer and still don't use it that much. Ain't that something? I think I just used it the other day. Forgot what I was doing, but I used it to make something. Who knows? I don't know. I know I was baking something probably. So, yep, I scraped my side. Stop clinking the bowl, child. That is aggravating. Okay, anyways. I scraped my sides down. I'm going to add some more molasses. Because I like dark molasses. Dark brown sugar. Season with my heart. Season with my heart. Girl, what? Y'all know what I mean. I'm going to get that going again. Lock it. And let that go ahead and do that thing. And I'm going to go ahead and get this sugar in this other blender. Oh, that's not the sugar, child. That's flour. We're going to close that back up now. What do I do with the sugar? Oh, lost the child sugar right here. Okay, anyway, I don't measure. I think I'm going to do like, because I only need, how much powdered sugar do I need? I only need 3/4 cups powdered sugar. I'm going to just do a cup. So, I don't know where my cup measure at. It's somewhere dirty. Okay, 1. Because this blender works so much better than my Ninja blender. Baby, I love that thing. I stocked that thing for 2-3 days at the thrift store. And And I got it. I got it that third day. I think that brown sugar is fine. It's good enough. I ain't gonna do all that. I'm not trying to wear you out, baby. That's fine. So just remember how, like, if you do a cup of sugar, granulated sugar, it's gonna come out to 2 cups, if not a little bit more. Mine's go a little bit more, so by the time this blender is done, it's gonna be close to 2, maybe 2.5 cups of sugar, powdered sugar. So that's fine with me. I'm gonna just mute it because this little thing is loud, baby, because it's old and the motor about to give out. But this is why I only use it for powdered sugar. But I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna keep using it till the wheels fall off. But either way, I'm gonna start with this, and I'm gonna scrape the sides down on this. So that is what I'm about to do. I was talking about how loud my little cheap blender was. Baby, this KitchenAid was a little loud too as I was talking. But child, me trying to do this voiceover, whew, I thought it was going to be easy. But baby, I'd rather just ramble and talk through my videos than trying to do a voiceover. But like I said, don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to learn. Baby, I'm going to get these voiceovers, I'm going to tell you right now. But my blender over there, I noticed that it started to make, brown sugar done. My mixer over there, I started to listen to the sound that it was making, so I'm like, okay, that don't sound good. So I had to take some of that powdered sugar out and do it in smaller batches, which I should have done it like that in the first place. Because I'm like, if y'all would have heard the sound it was making, y'all probably would have thought it was about to blow up. And that's why I was a little scared at first. So I took half of the mixture out, and then I finished blending it, and then I went on ahead and put the rest of the mixture that I had poured out of there back in there. Look at that. Easy. Look how fluffy that is. And I still had to break that down so I wouldn't break my blender. So as I let that keep on going, I'm working on these voiceovers, y'all. I promise you. And I apologize for the voiceover in the beginning because it cut right off. But I'm learning how to do these voiceovers, so bear with me. Stick with me, y'all. Stick with me. I promise you it's going to get better. So I'm like, that little blender, that's the only thing that I use it for, like I said, is powdered sugar, because I won't make nothing else in there. Nothing else. And that's how you do it. We knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone. If people even still say that anymore. Either way, we made brown sugar with just regular granulated sugar and molasses. Measure with your heart. Or if you want to follow a recipe and do it, like I said, I measure with my heart when I'm making this. Powdered sugar. We made powdered sugar too. I did 1 cup of sugar, granulated sugar, and it gave me 2 cups of powdered sugar. I feel like this is more. I normally don't store powdered sugar. I just make it as I need it because I don't use powdered sugar that often, which this is a lot of powdered sugar. And I don't even need this much powdered sugar for these cinnamon rolls. But either way, we'll see how much of this I'll actually use. And normally I'll just store it in my cabinet, or like I said, I don't really store powdered sugar because I only make it as I need it. So for storing, I don't know. If anybody got any suggestions on how to store powdered sugar, or do y'all even store it, or do y'all make it as y'all need it like I do, put it down in the description. Put it down in the comment section to let me know if y'all do make powdered sugar bulk wise, or y'all do bad, how y'all store it. I would like to know, just for information purposes. I don't store it. I just use it as I need it because there's not a lot of recipes that I make that I use it for. It's just cinnamon rolls and you know what? I just thought about it. Another recipe where uses powdered sugar is this orange cake loaf I made. Oh, if I have enough time to make it tonight, which I don't think so. Maybe. That'll be the next recipe, is this orange cake loaf that I made like a couple weeks ago. Oh my goodness, me and my kids love this. So either way, I might end up using all of this powdered sugar. Who knows? I don't know. Because I have 4 oranges left that I need to do something with before they go bad. So that's going to be another recipe. So be looking out for that recipe maybe next week. I'm gonna try to stick to that. Make that recipe. So be looking forward to that recipe, orange cake loaf, next week, y'all. Next Saturday, 10 a.m. I upload videos every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. sharp. That video is up there. So just be looking out for it. But either way, like I said, this is so easy. Like if you don't want to go out and buy powdered sugar, brown sugar, just make it. Like I said, I don't store this, so I make it as I need it. I keep this stocked. I do. Because I always need powdered sugar. Not powdered sugar. Either put that down. I keep this stock, as you can see. I keep brown sugar stock because why? I use it when I make my kids oatmeal, or I use it in whatever else I'm baking that's some brown sugar that needs brown sugar. I always keep brown sugar stock because it's brown sugar. Why not? Either way, brown sugar, I keep stock. Powdered sugar, I don't. But either way, still waiting to see how much time I got left for the cinnamon roll dough. I'm just waiting on it to double in size, so I'm letting it sit for 1 hour. The recipe says 1 hour until double in size. I'm going to just let it sit for the whole hour, and then we're going to go on to the next steps and get these cinnamon rolls ready to go. I'm making a single batch. That's normally when I make cinnamon rolls, I just make Normally when I'm making cinnamon rolls, I just make a simple single batch. So I'm going to let that finish rising, and then we'll be back to it. I like this thing, this little mat thing, but child, when you got to clean it, honey, I like this little mat. But when you got to clean the child, I be over it. I be so over it. I just be feeling like it just be so much extra stuff to clean. I have to move my laptop out the way. Matter of fact, I'm going to just pick it up and move it. Just pick it up. I feel like using this mat be so extra. I'm on a flour mat. Look, child. I be trying to clean out. Look. Hey, that's another thing. Let me tell y'all something. Your butter wrappers, that's how you know I'm always in this kitchen cooking or baking. Do not throw away y'all butter wrappers. Keep them in a container. You can put them in the refrigerator. You can use these to grease up your cookie sheet, your muffin pans, whatever you want to grease down. Use this. Use these. I got about a good 5 of them in here just from today and yesterday, or last night. Save these. Y'all probably like, girl, you said put it in the refrigerator. Yours was sitting there on the counter. I told y'all now. I've been baking since last night. I was testing this one recipe. Either way, my kids just walked in the door, so I got distracted. Forgot what I was even talking about. I think I was talking about the butter. Either way, y'all probably like, girl, you didn't even have your butter thing in the refrigerator. Like I said, I've been baking since yesterday. Anyway, like I said, this little thing right here, girl, I got it upside down in the first place, child. Get your life together. Get your life, child. Get your life. Either way, it don't matter. Now, my timer just went off. My timer just went off for the dough. I had it on top of the refrigerator. Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, use what you got. People be having all these poofing pans and all this extra stuff. Now, put that thing in a bowl. Put your dough in a bowl. And let it rise, child. And let it rise. And then most definitely did what it need to do. Oh, I just like the smell of dough. It smell good, child. It just smell good. Oh, first of all, I'm ahead of myself. Oh. Either way, I'm going to set the dough right there because I'm about to roll it out anyways. A 1/3 cup of brown sugar. 3 teaspoons equals a tablespoon. So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons. 3 teaspoons. 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. So 3 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna mix that together, sit it aside. Y'all, these little cute things came in a set. I got these from the thrift store. They looked, I think this one was already like that. Either way, I got these from the thrift store. It was so cute, I had to get them. It looked better than that, I think. Either way, you gotta, it don't matter. But it was cute. It's one that say spoon, forks, and my knives went over there. So I'm just get that mixed up real quick. This brown sugar and this cinnamon. And sit this off to the side. I'm just trying to hurry up and get it mixed up. So I can get this dough rolled out. Oh, child, look, slow down. Slow down, child. What you rushing for? That cinnamon. Don't that look good? That just looks so good. Cinnamon. This was a 1/3 cup of brown sugar and a tablespoon of cinnamon. Okay, now here I go. Stop stirring it now. Let's sit that over there. They tell me I rolled it out on the flat surface. I mean, on the flour surface. I'm not. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. See, look, how am I supposed to help y'all out if I'm over here all over the place doing what I want to do? Child, this is my kitchen. This is my kitchen. This is Julia's kitchen. You hear me? I'm doing what I want to do up here. So now, this say roll it out into a rectangle. This is why I feel like this mat is helpful, because it got numbers. You can roll it out to a rectangle. I think this one recipe I was looking at said 9 by something. Oh, boom. Hello. See? 9 by 14. Okay, now 9 is here. 14 is that way. Child, who finna do that? Who is fixing to do that, child? Not me. But this is what I'm about to do, though. Look at this dough, bro. Okay, enough playing, child. Roll the daggone dough out. So we're going to roll it out as best we can into a rectangle. However we can get that as rectangle as we can get it. Oh, come on now, stay over there. Try not to roll too hard. And talking about a flour surface. You don't need no flour surface. You got a mat like this. So, should be able to get like 12 out of here. But we gonna see. I should have made a double batch, cause yeah, this is not no rectangle. This is not no rectangle, child. Look, I see it as best we can. When I make cinnamon rolls, child, it don't matter. It do not matter. If it's not a perfect rectangle, this started to be shaped like a pizza, child. I'm trying to tell you. But either way, it don't matter. It's still gonna get 8. Now, we're gonna take some softened butter. I'll just grab my little butter dish. I'm gonna spread some butter on there. That's enough. That's enough, because I was getting a little carried away with this butter. See? That's why I got so many butter packets over there. But anyway, now, I'm going to take this cinnamon roll, this cinnamon sugar, and just give them a sprinkle on. Just sprinkle it all on there. But I just want to encourage y'all who want to get into baking and feel like it's hard, or you don't know where to start, or you need inspiration. I hope I am helping y'all find that inspiration and want to learn how to start baking your own stuff from scratch and just getting into more home cooked meal type vibes. My favorite thing to bake in the kitchen is bread. Sandwich bread. I love making sandwich bread. I just like how the dough feels. That's what you want to do. You want to use all of this cinnamon sugar and spread it on there. I feel like I should have turned this the other way so I was able to roll it. But either way, we gonna get it. We gonna figure it out. Get this spread out. Like I said, we not looking for perfection. And that's why I used to have to keep telling myself, like, girl, it ain't gotta be like so-and-so's. You do it how you do it. How many times, I don't know how many times I done made cinnamon rolls. But I made enough and they turned out good, so. And I still got 12. I'm gonna use all of this. We're not looking for perfection. Without saying, as long as it's edible. So, we're going to take it and roll it. I should have patted it down some more. Pat it down. We're going to pat that on down. And then we're going to roll it. Yeah. We're going to roll it. Try to get it as tight as possible. And we're going to try to get 12 rolls out of here. There we go. First cut down the middle. I say use a bread knife because look how easy that is. Easy. Now, if you go and try to use a knife like this, it's going to smush it. That's why I say use a bread knife. Makes your life so much easier. So, I think it was another cut. Was it 3 and then cut into 4? We're going to go like that. Like that, boom, and then again like that. So that's 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go here, boom, boom, oh come on now. Maybe I should have greased this knife. Look at that cut. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? Look at that. Look at that. Okay, anyway, put that back. Okay. Cut that. You gonna see if we got 12, y'all. Those two gonna be humongous. So 3, 6, 9, 12. Period. So you cut it 3 and you cut each piece twice. We're going to take them and put them in this pan. So now that I got them in there, I feel like I should get out a little smush. Now I'm going to let them rise for 30 minutes. Okay, now the cinnamon rolls are done rising for the 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my oven to 350 degrees. And the recipe says bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. First, let me turn the oven on so it can start preheating. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake them for 15 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay, while I'm talking, let me get the thing down. Yeah, they so cute, y'all. They is just cute, y'all. And I love the smell of dough. I can't wait for y'all to start. If y'all not already baking, baby, make you some bread. Any kind of bread. Look at that. Look at that. They just so poofed up. Look. They just so cute. I just like the smell of dough. But either way, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake these for 15 minutes at 350 degrees. And then if they do need an extra couple minutes, I will do like 5 minutes at a time, and then I will check them after that. Alexa, set a timer for... Oh.
For how long?
Wait a minute.
1 minute, starting now.
I said, wait a minute. Alexa, cancel that timer.
1 minute, timer canceled.
Ciao. I done forgot. Look. I forgot I put a skillet in here from when I fried that fish earlier today. And forgot I sat it in here to get it out of my way. As soon as I thought I was about to put these cinnamon rolls in that child, I said, girl, no, you're not. You got to take that pot out of there. That skillet pot, whatever. Alexa, Set a timer for 15 minutes. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I should let him go for another little 5 minutes there. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm pulling him. 15 minutes. Cause look at that. Look at that. Ain't no cute. Oh, ain't now. Ain't no pretty. Look at that. They sliding right. Oh, get it together. They sliding. Look at them. Okay. Move that. I'm gonna set them right there. I feel like Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. That's the least you can do, child. 5 more minutes, and we will resume. Okay. I just made the icing for the cinnamon rolls. So, it was 3/4 cups of powdered sugar. Remember, the powdered sugar we made earlier, period. 3/4 cups powdered sugar and 2 tablespoons of, child, I think I'm tired. Either way, 3/4 cups powdered sugar, a tablespoon, and then there she goes. 3/4 cups of powdered sugar, a tablespoon, no, I did 2 tablespoons of milk, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. This is the consistency. That's what you want. Look at that, creamy. I hope y'all can see that, because I can't tell if y'all can see that or not. But that's the consistency you want. You'll see when we spread it on the cinnamon rolls. Now let me get the cinnamon rolls up out of here if I burn them, child. I just said that I ain't gonna do that. Okay. All right now, all right. See, 20 minutes. Cinnamon rolls. Like I said, this consistency. You see? I'm most definitely going to taste one of these before I go to bed. I feel like I should give them a minute. What y'all think? I don't know. I probably ain't going to listen no ways. Y'all like, just give them a minute. Let them cook. Man, child, I ain't going to listen. I'm not going to listen. I told you, this is my kitchen, child. I'm going to do what I want. Look at that, child. Look at that. You could do a cream cheese filling. Not filling. You can do a cream cheese frosting too. I don't know if I think I probably have. I think I like it with the powdered sugar better. Cream cheese be good too, but I think we like it this way with the powdered sugar. My youngest son don't like cream cheese. I made a carrot cake a couple weeks ago. He was over it, child. He ain't want nothing to do with it. He ain't want nothing to do with that dang on carrot cake. He's like, what is that? What is that white stuff? I'm like, frosting. He like, I know frosting, but what is it? Cream cheese. He like, nope, I don't like it. Well, child, listen here. Let me tell you something. Don't eat it. And he didn't. He said, girl, you ain't got to tell me twice. He wasn't messing with it, child. He was not. I should have waited. I don't. You can wait if you want to. I wouldn't wait. Yes, I'm finna eat one. I'm gonna eat one. Next time I make these, I will wait for them to cool off. But they just look so good. Look at them. Look at them. Okay, we about to try one. That's when you know you're about to get down to business. When you start rolling your sleeves up, you're about to get down to business. This thing is hot, y'all. I'm sacrificing for y'all right now. I really am. Bon appetit. Hold on, I gotta pray over this. I'm not saying I don't know how to cook, but you know you gotta give thanks to God always before you eat anything. You could be about to eat a bag of chips. You better thank God for them bag of chips. Period. Amen. I ain't trying to be praying all day. Now, Lord know I thank him. He know. Like I said, remember, pray before you eat anything. Now, to the cinnamon roll. Yep. Yep. Should have made a double batch. So we can have some of these in the morning for breakfast. Once I let my kids know these cinnamon rolls is done, they gonna be done. Well, I thank y'all for hanging out with me today and making these good old cinnamon rolls. Come back and hang with me next week. We're gonna be making another dessert and a dinner. I appreciate if y'all like, share, and subscribe. And come hang out with me next week. Let me know what's y'all favorite thing to cook or bake in y'all kitchen. Until next time, see y'all. God bless.